Well, anyone who's watching this back on YouTube, hello. It's certainly been a while since I've done anything streaming wise. I'm hoping my audio levels aren't like super out. Everything should be exactly the way I left it before. My audio setup's not really changed, so everything should be okay. I need to clear all that stuff. Yeah, the plan is generally with these new streams, just gonna concentrate on WoW. It's kind of become a thing recently, anyway. We're just gonna be working through all the like checklist stuff I had before Shadowlands, which is like mount farming, a little bit of like transmog collecting stuff, gearing up some characters. I've got a couple alts that I want to level up because I want to at least have like at least 4 guys ready for Shadowlands because I kind of want to try out all the covenants to a degree. Whether I actually complete all the quest lines in all of them until like 9.3 is kind of debatable considering it took me that long to do the Horde side of the main campaign. I've still not actually completely finished any of that, to be honest. I did recently, just this morning, because I usually play a bit of WoW while I'm having my coffee and stuff in the morning. Did just finally get my Demon Hunter to 420. 425, I think it is, item level, so she's geared up enough now that I don't really need to like concentrate on getting any gear and stuff for her. I am considering spending some time doing the I forgot the name of the honor bound, the rep to get the like Magheart orcs. I think that'd be a fun thing to do because they seem pretty good for I think it's hunters, and as you can tell, my main is a hunter, so kind of enjoy that playstyle. And I kind of want to try out the other hunter specs because I've only really played Beastmaster. And Marksman seems kind of fun, even Survival seems kind of fun, and if it's like extra tanky pets on Nighthawk Orc, I think it is, then it might be worth, you know, specking out like a Survival Hunter on a Nighthawk Orc. That might be kind of cool. Something to look forward to. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get around to today, though. It being like just kind of a test stream. I'm going to basically use this stream just to figure out where my audio is at for everything. And then once I've got that figured out, we'll create more of a structured plan for like future streams. My plan is to stream at least like 3 times a week from now on. Kind of want to, like I said, just focus on WoW for a bit. I might try, if I get into the Shadowlands beta at any point, that'll probably be what like Wednesdays is focused on. More than anything, because I really want to try out all the stuff in Shadowlands. I think everyone does, to be honest, just to see if things are actually as good or bad as people are saying they are. Obviously, I'm not going to get a full scope of that until we hit release date and stuff, because it's still in beta, things being tested, so on and so forth. Apart from that, kind of want to just run like a whole bunch of Torghast, so I'm really hoping I get in on like Wednesday, because it's supposed to be the next beta rollout. That'll be a good day to try all that stuff. Yeah, we're just doing the stuff that I generally would do when I was having my morning coffee, because I figured I'd turn it into something. Also allows me to kind of just vent a whole bunch of stuff and just kind of talk myself through things, I guess, in a weird way. Makes things a little more entertaining. Yeah, you've got the classic WoW like start in the background. Hopefully everything's good. Like I said, I'm kind of just gonna check when I'm done what the audio levels and stuff are like, unless someone wants to contribute any information on that front. If they do, that'd be super helpful. That happens a lot. I'm not really sure what causes it, but my camera sometimes just has a small fit and just sort of throws itself all over the screen. That happens a surprising amount. Not entirely sure why. One day I'll figure it out, I'm sure. But yeah, with this character, I've kind of been. Oh, okay, I have to fight different people here. That's interesting. Um, yeah, I'm working through like kind of a daily checklist of stuff I want to do, and the Argent tournament is a big part of that. I want to try and hit like 200 mounts, if not 250 mounts, before Shadowlands comes out to get the Fell Raven, I think it is. I just really love the look of that mount. I'd really like to be, riding around on that for Shadowlands. I think that'd be really cool. Um, as well as the Netherwing stuff. So we've got a bunch of dailies to work through. Like I said, kind of a test stream. We'll figure out what the timing is like because going by past experience, my internet provider doesn't like me streaming for longer than like 2 hours. Otherwise, it just starts to throttle my internet connection and just drops the frames massively on the stream. And that's not exactly, great content when you just can't tell what the fuck is happening because it's just missing like 200 frames. That was a thing I saw happen before. It was insane. It was just like it turned into a slideshow for some reason. I think it was the last time I streamed WoW actually. I was playing my Death Knight Tauren. I don't think I've actually played that since I streamed it, weirdly. I do want to make a new Death Knight, but I'm kind of waiting for Shadowlands, and I might do a Mechanome Death Knight, just because I think that'd be kind of fun. Like my main here is a gnome. I originally made this character just like as a joke, basically. Me and a friend were, just thinking about getting back into WoW before Classic came out. We were just playing the free trial to level 10 or 20, whatever it is. And we decided on gnomes. I picked a gnome hunter, you played a gnome priest. And it was really fun, just like, starting out playing WoW again. Hadn't really played it since Cataclysm, so it was a big span of time. I just hadn't touched the game, like missed like half the expansions. So it was a big change from playing during Cataclysm as well. Like the skill tree thing being completely different was weird. It was really fun, and then this character just ended up becoming my main. This is now the primary character I play all the time. I've just started playing different alts and trying out different classes. That's been really fun. Found I'm not a massive fan of playing like Druid. Like DPS wise, I do kind of enjoy healing on Druid, which also I haven't done since Cataclysm. First character during Cataclysm was a Paladin heal, which was an odd choice for a first character, I know. That was my my first ever character, and so it was kind of an interesting experience to go back to healing. Now I'm playing Druid healer as well, feels very different. All the sort of heal over time things is it's a much less stressful way to play healer, I've found. Because you can kind of absent-mindedly heal the rest of the party while maintaining the tank's health all the time, which is really nice. You're not so I don't feel as panicked playing Druid healer, having to heal like everybody's health constantly. The only time it's really an issue is when you've got, melee DPSs that don't move out of the way of abilities. Then you have a lot more stress and a lot more stuff going on because you have to heal a lot more people very quickly. It usually just turns into mashing buttons. And hoping things don't go horribly wrong. Yeah, I think I mentioned, right at the start, I have been speaking very quickly, and I think it's because I'm a little bit nervous, because I haven't done this in a long time. But, the main thing I've been, having fun playing is Warrior. Fury. Just big two-handed weapons and stuff running around, whirlwinding, and, whatever the Blade Storm, that's the other one. Both of those just, turning into a human Beyblade and spinning across the battlefield is pretty entertaining. That's been really fun. And Demon Hunter as well. It's a very different playstyle. It's very wouldn't say stressful, but it's much more intense than playing something like Hunter, where you kind of just 90% of the time you're just hiding behind your pets. Like your pets take care of you basically all the time. They're kind of your tank, pretty much. It's a very safe class to play, I feel. After playing like Warrior and Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter more so, because Demon Hunters feel unbelievably squishy, especially like during Legion. Once you hit BFA and you get the Azerite armor and all the broken talents, like it's not so much an issue anymore because you have like a 20,000 HP shield, you're getting constant heals, your fucking Chaos Strikes are being buffed up to deal an extra 20,000 damage on top of the default. Like it gets pretty mad when you hit BFA, but before then, every fight feels like this constant battle to just stay alive. And it requires you to use your abilities more so than it does playing Hunter. Whereas Hunter, I feel like I can kind of just... I can use my main rotation and that's basically it. I don't really have to worry about anything other than occasionally, like, stunning a guy if the other DPSs in the dungeon aren't doing it. But for the most part, you just concentrate on dealing pure damage, whereas like playing a Demon Hunter, you actually have to manage what your health is, how you're fighting, what abilities you're using in order to manage the thing that you're fighting against. Like it's just... I feel like it's far more interesting and engaging gameplay. And Demon Hunters get a lot of crap. But I enjoy them. I think it's fun. I'm also considering rolling a monk when Shadowlands comes out as well, because I've done all the prerequisites for all the allied races apart from the like reputations for some of them. But, like I've got all the achievements that's needed other than the one from Suramar and Legion, I think it is. I see, because that quest is just kind of a pain because it's just everything is all over the place and nothing really seems to follow one specific quest chain. It's kind of awkward to follow it. I feel like it's something I might need to just look up a guide and play through. I might even do it on stream at some point. If there's enough sort of desire for it, I suppose. I've got a whole bunch of people competing for these quests. That's fun. Apparently I'm in combat. Cool. I love that combat bug that's, you know, still in the game. Everything you've been fighting has been dead for 20 minutes, but you're still in combat. Cool. I assume that probably has something to do with information not being relayed back to the server properly. Yes, I guess. What's the Ashwood Brand one? Oh, it's the fucking... It's the Kiss quest. Cool. Gotta go kiss a bunch of frogs. Nice. But yeah, when I'm usually running stuff here in Icecrown, I'll run my my stuff up Argent Tournament, and then I'll head on down to do whichever one of these quests it is, because there's one here and there's another one in this lake here. I think all three of the like maiden rescue quests all take you down to Grizzly Hills or Howling Fjord. And then in Howling Fjord you can run Uthgar Pinnacle for the Blue Proto-Drake. So that's my like general morning, like having a coffee, run this, go do a dungeon, finish the coffee, you know, get on with the rest of the day. Because WoW has become kind of a weirdly kind of a central part of my day anyway. It's what's like kind of brought me back to streaming, to be honest, because my life kind of ended up being a bit of a mess lately, especially with like the pandemic and stuff, and kind of lost all sense of structure and routine, and WoW's kind of helped me rebuild that slowly. It's given me like, you know, a consistent daily structure of like, oh, I'll go run some dailies here, I'll go farm some dungeons here or whatever. But having that structure has then allowed me to do things like start a diet, an exercise routine, like actually get back into 3D modeling, which is kind of my almost my business, I suppose. Not a very profitable one, but it's It's my like monetary focus, my career. I guess. It's the thing that I want to like pursue. Streaming is just like a nice thing that I do. It means I can, like I said earlier, just sort of vent and play WoW. Gives me more of an excuse to do it. Yeah, it's helping me build a structure. It's it's helping give my life more sort of positivity again and a routine, which is really nice. I know a lot of people don't like doing dailies and stuff. I didn't used to. Like, ask me a year ago if I like doing dailies in WoW, would not have been a very polite answer more than likely, because I really didn't enjoy the just like consistently go do the same quest over and over again gameplay. But now I've kind of grown to like it because it gives me, like I said, a daily routine, a structure is really helpful and really supportive. Where are we going? Down to Grizzly Hills. Do I have a flight path just to make this easier? It's a long way to go and I need a drink because I've been speaking for 16 minutes and haven't really taken a fucking breath. Hmm. Apologise if that was loud actually. Again, not used to the whole permanently having a microphone on me thing. And I just used to chilling out and running these dailies and doing some 3D modeling or lifting some weights and whatever. Yeah, that's a thing I might eventually incorporate. I've never even seen these elementals. I've never been up here. Something I might eventually incorporate into this is usually when I'm on these like really long flight paths between dungeons or questing locations, whatever. I'll generally lift weights in between these things because it's these nice like downtime bits that I really like in WoW now because it allows you to just kind of chill out and do something else while you're weighing, or you can, like I said, lift weights, do some exercises. You can 3D model. It's just a really good game for kind of just doing other stuff at the same time. I think WoW is just really good at doing a lot of stuff like that, kind of being not necessarily something you can play absent-mindedly, but it's a game that makes multitasking very easy and very simple. Because you can literally be doing anything else and playing WoW at the same time, and it doesn't really impact your gameplay at all. I think the only time it really does anything impactful is like when you're doing dungeons or you're running a raid, or probably the same for battlegrounds. I don't really do PvP personally, but like you need to be a little more engaged during those periods of time. But like when you're just doing dailies or you're doing quests or you're grinding for a mount or whatever, like you can go away for like half an hour, come back from the end of a flight path, and oh, just go run a dungeon now. Like it's such a chill game to play, to be honest. I still remember like just sitting in what's it called? The marshland thing that's over here somewhere, maybe? Nope, that's the Dark Portal. That's Westfall. That's not it. Where's the goddamn marshland? Not Hills of Brad. It might be the one over here that has Nixier's lair in it. Not a Nixie's lair. God damn it, I can't find it. There's a marshy bit somewhere that has like a town right at the bottom of it. I still remember just sitting there one night and just fishing. Like, that was just nice. It was just chill. There's so much stuff in WoW you can do that's just nice and enjoyable and doesn't require you to be like the greatest player in the world. And I like that. I think as I've gotten, I guess, older and hopefully more mature, I've become kind of less interested in like PvP and competitive focused games. Like, I like seeing my name at the top of the DPS meter, is why I have them. But it's not like it's not a focus. It just makes me feel like I'm being impactful on the game, which is nice. But like I'm not so interested in playing like PvP and competitive stuff. I'd rather have a game that I can enjoy and chill out with, like WoW, or like a more single player focused thing. Like, a Skyrim and Assassin's Creed, whatever. They're just far more enjoyable, I think. they're far more relaxing, and you can kind of, like I said, just do other stuff at the same time. Like, it doesn't require you to constantly be on the ball all the time. It kind of allows your mind some time to sort of relax and do other things. I think WoW is also very good at it because it still has you doing something, and it's something you can do without really thinking a lot of the time. So that like level of you can relax and play this game is super high with WoW, unless you're doing like high-end stuff or competitive stuff. I do want to get more into raiding, which I guess is kind of an inverse of what I was just going through. I'd like to get more into raiding with my like guild specifically, not with like random people, because I feel like that'd be far more enjoyable. Because something I do enjoy in this game is like the community aspect and like having a guild, having people to talk to. There's something I really enjoyed during like the classic launch week because I played on the night of classic launch. Actually, I went through that whole thing of it like lagging around in Dunmorrow and standing in queues to kill mobs and stuff. Like how nice and how well the community came together to do that was it was amazing, and just the community aspects in the weeks that followed that. Like if you were doing a quest and stuff, another guy would just walk up to you and be like, "Yo, how can I help?" and stuff. Like it was so good, and I feel like despite all the complaints BFA gets, there are still elements of that. Like I know a lot of it is gone and has sort of been slowly eroded over the years, but there are still elements of that, especially if you find like a good guild that will like actually sit and talk to you about stuff and you know walk you through things. The guild I'm in like right now is kind of not around so much anymore because everyone is off playing Classic, but people still come on. You still have a conversation every now and again. Having a conversation the other day about mount farming with a member of the guild. Another member of the guild that used to offer to help me out, like catching, well, getting all, taming all the cool hunter pets and stuff. Is he's around a couple times a week usually. Got a new character and stuff that he's leveled all the way up, which is kind of the same thing I'm trying to do. There's this nice just sort of community thing of just having other people to talk to a lot of the time, which is nice. And yes, I do in fact have a macro set up specifically for this quest, so I don't have to keep going over here, which you can't see because there's a text covering. Also, I've just noticed my mouse isn't actually where my mouse is on the screen. That's an odd thing. It might be because my resolution is set to 2 different levels. I might just have to hide my mouse or something. Because what you're seeing on stream is like a quarter of the resolution of my monitor or whatever, because I can't stream at 4K, otherwise for some reason OBS just goes into meltdown the minute you try and stream in 4K for me. So yeah, can't do that. So I've got to run the game at HD, which then means it's downscaled, which looks kind of off to me, but on the stream it looks like it's, you know, HD, it looks good, it's fine. It's just not the 4K I'm used to, I guess, on this monitor. Yeah, where was it? Oh yeah, the macro. I have a macro specifically set up for running that quest because it's come up so many times now that I know I need to just have a button that I can push rather than having to keep going into the text thing and running up the emote and then doing /kiss every single time I need to kiss one of those frogs. So now I just have a button over here that does it for me, which weirdly the button's highlight but my mouse is just not on the screen. That is such a weird thing. I guess because technically the window is like here for me, and then for, you know, on the stream it goes like that's the end of the stream screen, but that's only halfway across my screen. I'm gonna need to just hide the mouse or something on the stream overlay if I can. I don't know if it'll let me because it's kind of like part of WoW's game interface, isn't it? Hey, same Matt. Hey, bud. Yeah, I'm still kind of new to the whole mount collecting thing. Like, I'm still missing mounts from you know, Wrath of the Lich King and Burning Crusade. I've got a good chunk of them like ticked off now though, which is nice. Got 160. It's a good start. Actually, I think it's like 200 something, but only like 160 of them count on this character or something like that. But I feel like I've got a good chunk of them now. Well, I messed up the skip. Oh well. Time to pull all these guys all the way to Scotty. Scotty or Scatty, who knows? But yeah, the skip is a lot easier on a Demon Hunter, unsurprisingly, because you can just double jump over the gap and just not pull any of these guys. Trying to think which mounts and stuff I'm missing. Like, I'm still missing a good chunk of dungeon and raid mounts, like from old stuff. Because, like I said, I haven't played the game since like Cataclysm, and then came back to BFA last year just before Classic. And the game is like very different. There are things I do like about BFA. Like, yeah, the Azerite system is kind of broken. The corruption system is also broken. A lot of the core systems are a little broken, but there are still really fun things in the game. Like, it's still really enjoyable. To me, at least. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Like, I pulled too much stuff and it reset the boss before I even got there. That's irritating. I've had problems with this boss even in, like, actual dungeons. Like, sometimes you'll have, you know, an actual time-walking dungeon, I think it was. We got him all the way to the end. We started fighting and we fired 2 harpoons into him. And then he started doing his whirlwind, like, Beyblade on the spot thing, and then he just disappeared. And we just redo the whole thing. It was bizarre. This boss seems a little bit buggy. Just a little bit. Yeah, working through the mounts. Like I said, trying to get at least 200 by Shadowlands. I've only got 40 left to go, and doing the maths on stuff, if I get all the missing dungeon and raid mounts, I'll have I think it was like 24 out of the like 50 I needed. So I started looking at other sources to get them, and the Argent Crusade gives like 14 different mounts, and then there's also the Netherwing, which I've also been doing, which give another 6, which is like, you know, nice rounded up 20. So I'm missing a few more. I've been like collecting mounts from a whole bunch of different places that I can. I started going through the engineering mounts. I've got I think 8 of those so far. I've basically got all the classic ones. The only ones I'm missing are one of the Pandaren ones and one of the BFA ones. Which, I don't know if it's BFA or Legion. It's the Mecha Mogul or something like that is one of the ones I'm missing, and I think it's a rocket from yeah, Pandaren. We've got a good chunk of those. I've got the blacksmithing mount, the big like bell core hound. I got that because some of my favourite pets in the games are the core hounds. I've got, I think, almost all of them. I think I might actually have all of them now. The ones that are still obtainable anyway. Yeah, I didn't get anything. No. Yep. Got to do another one of those runs. Yeah, I use my simple armory a lot for that. I'm trying to think how many other ones I'm missing now. Because I've got most of the Burning Crusade ones. The only ones I'm missing are, I think, Old Midnight from Karazhan and...
Congratulations.
I'm trying to think. Old Karazhan and Magister's Terrace. I think I'm still missing the mounts from those. I'm also missing Midnight from New Karazhan as well. Obviously, I've got this guy. I mean, it's not exactly a hard one to get. Like a 20% drop rate is pretty good for a mount, especially in old content. So I got this one on my first try, which is really nice. I also got really lucky the other week and got 3 of the 4 Drakes of the 4 Winds or whatever. I'm still missing the one from BFA as well. But I got East, South, and North Winds, I think. The only one I'm missing is West from the, I think it's like the Tolbarad rep grind. Which hopefully won't take too long once I start that. But I haven't even looked at starting at all how long it takes yet. Because I've still got, obviously, Logic Crusade and the Netherwing to get through. And I've also started collecting up the last of the BFA reps I haven't done, because I've got a good chunk of them done actually now. 7th Legion, Order of Embers, Proud Morality, Storms of Tortolan, and the Waveblade. The only ones missing is the ones added in the Zoth, which are still both at friendly, because I just don't like running the Nazoth content. The bee thing, I just haven't, like I started it, but I just haven't been back to Stormsong to collect all the honey, because it's such a long, drawn-out process of just flying around in circles picking up honey. It's almost as bad as the, like the Netherwing eggs, but there isn't another thing you can do. Like, it's literally just collect honey and kill a couple bosses every day. That's it. Whereas at least like the Netherwing rep grind, you have the eggs, which can also drop from mobs, which is really nice. You can just farm the mines underneath and get eggs pretty consistently from there. I think I've got one every day for like the past 4 days of doing it. Really good. And then like I said, you've also got all the dailies that take you around Old Outland, and such a better rep grind than the honey one. But yeah, this is the last one I'm kind of working towards, the Champions of Azeroth. I realize my mouse is in the wrong place and it's really bothering me. But yeah, the Champions of Azeroth is the last one I'm kind of working through. And then also the Rustbolt stuff, I've started doing that again. Just doing the like big one quest there every day. Actually, I haven't seen what it is today. Let's go have a look. There's Mechagon. Open chest, that's a really nice one. We can fly over there and do that at some point. And we've also got a Kultiran weapon cache. It's really irritating because that's never an armor cache. Because I'd really like a new helmet. To be honest, or a ring, or some gloves, because they're both still really low in comparison to everything else. Also, upgrading my trinket would be nice, but you know, I like that trinket, it's cool. I did this morning get like a really broken Azerite chest piece for my Demon Hunter. I can't remember exactly what the Azerite power is called on it, but it was every second or every second and a half it would increase the damage of Chaos Strike, but it just keeps stacking up until it gets to like 40. And at that point you're dealing 20,000 extra damage, the ability is completely free, and as soon as you've used it, it just starts stacking back up again. And obviously you use Chaos Strike in your rotation like quite heavily, but every time you don't use it for like a second and a half, it deals extra damage, and every time you leave it for a little while, it deals more damage. So every time you fly between a world quest, or you fly between like a dungeon, because I'm basically going to use that character for grinding dungeons now, every time you do that, it builds up the damage to an extra 20,000, and then you use it and it costs nothing, and you do it again and again, and it just... I don't understand how an ability like that is still in the game. It's so fucking broken. Especially considering some of the hunter abilities aren't like that powerful. Like the bubble shield thing, wherever that is, it's probably on shoulders or something. Actually, I don't even know if I have the bubble ability anymore, it's not up here. There's like a bubble ability that was really strong, because it gives you like a 20,000 HP shield, like every 30 seconds or whatever. Which basically means you just never take damage. Which for a class that already has like a tank pet that can hide, you know, that I can hide behind at all times, to then also have a shield that means I don't take damage? these Azurite things, I can understand why they're not carrying them through to the next one. That's for sure. They're a little strong. A little bit. But yeah, got a few mounts. 199 apparently. And I think I've got like every dragon or drake that I have favorited because I like having all of the dragons potentially to like pop up is really cool. I also recently got the Azure Drake. I've been trying to get that for weeks, and then it finally just dropped randomly. It's really nice. I think it's probably one of my favorite of the old dragon models, like these, like the Drake models that all the basic stuff uses. Like these ones. I think this is the coolest of those, quite possibly. It'd be nice if the blue one had the armor that it actually shows in the picture. I think that'd be kind of cool, because the armor is just a nice touch. It makes the shape of their heads look less weird. I don't know, something about that head shape just looks kind of odd. I know it's like in a very old model because you can literally see the poly count of its head, but the armor definitely sort of mitigates that to some degree. I'm still trying to get things like this from Dragon Soul. I've not got lucky enough to get any of the Dragon Soul mounts yet. Some of the Dragon Soul ones are really cool, and that's the Pick of the Westwind I'm missing from Tolbarad. I think I've ever even been to Tolbarad, so that's going to be a fun question. Yeah, I thought the grind up here was going to take a little longer, given, you know, the fact that I've just unlocked all of them. Like, I just got to champion or whatever it is yesterday, so, you know, I've just started the dwarf one, Ironforge. Oh, Jesus. Cold chill. Yeah, just started Ironforge. I'm not going to run the dungeon today, because I can't be asked for what is essentially 3 tokens. As you can see, my inventory is a bit full. I'm just going to have to nip for a quick bathroom break, but I will be right back. Hello. Yeah, I just realised my mute key for OBS is also set to the hide UI key for WoW. which doesn't do anything if you're on a loading screen, but does if you're actually in game. I should probably wait until the loading screen finishes next time. So that way you have like a nice picturesque view of the mass of people in fucking Dalaran. That causes the game to drop to like, you know, half its frame rate and nothing to load for 2 seconds. Which, to be fair, happens when you go to every major like teleport in hub. It's the same in Borealis and in Stormwind as well, because there's just so many people. Hello, Mugs. Been a while. You missed my like first 40 minutes of just rambling on about mounts. I'm doing pretty good. Well, I'm sure you can catch up on the VOD when it gets uploaded to YouTube, so you don't have to miss out for too long. Like a good self-promotion. How are you doing today, anyway? I also forgot like how much there is on a stream delay because my internet connection isn't like the best thing in the world. So I'm curious just how much of a delay there is. There's probably a big delay. It's like 30 seconds, would I guess? Maybe longer. Yeah. We're now moving into like the second stage of what would normally be my breakfast routine, basically. It's okay. I thought there would be a like much longer delay on stuff just because my internet connection's not the greatest in the world. That's good. I just thought it would be a while because usually I can only stream for like 2 hours ish, and then like the internet provider just starts throttling the frame rate on the stream. You just stop plummeting frames when it gets to like 2 hours, and that's it. Like, Version Media just doesn't like streamers that much, to be honest. I always forget exactly what angle to fly at. Yeah. Through these maps. Yeah, this is usually the like second half of my morning routine. Depends where I leave it off because I always end my like playing WoW on this character either here in this very grey green, sometimes orange sky apparently, block of Outland, or in the very very cold white Northrend ice crown area. Both these areas have all of my mount farming in. Nice. Usually start the day with a coffee and running around in the mines over here, collecting eggs. Good way to start the day. Also, what's the music volume level like? Am I like deafeningly loud? Is the music barely even hearable? Like, how's that? Jesus Christ, my camera. So it kind of just stuck the generic, I guess the classic WoW music. Ah, okay, cool. Thank you. I will just slightly adjust that. Hopefully it doesn't get gigantically louder. I can't really tell. Is that good? It sounds louder, that's for sure. Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, I just generally have the music turned off in WoW because I'll be listening to like podcasts or other music or even just watching TV shows while I play. As I was saying earlier, I find WoW's gameplay to be very sort of relaxing. Like you can kind of play it without really thinking too hard about it. Especially when you're running old content like this and everything just dies in one hit anyway. It's kind of just something you can play passively, I suppose. Yeah, I can see that with RuneScape. I never really got into it with the whole, like, dying and dropping all your stuff. Yeah, I mean, I had the same thing with, like, WoW back in the day. When I played it during Cataclysm, my account got hacked, I lost all my stuff, I went to Blizzard's community service, like, people, and they were just like, no, it's your fault. I just did nothing about it, so I lost, like, all of my game progress, all my expansions, and everything. Which is pretty bad. It's why I, like, wouldn't play Blizzard games for years. I don't know if you remember me being, like, stubbornly against buying Overwatch, but that was, like, exactly why. Because I had a real bad experience with their customer service people. I feel like they're definitely a lot better with it now. To be honest, I don't think I'd play Overwatch now anyway, because I'm just kind of not big into like competitive stuff anymore. I prefer playing more chill stuff and co-op things. Get a lot more enjoyment out of those sort of games. They block you using hacks. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing that happened to me, basically. Like, whoever hacked into my account or whatever started trying to like sell gold. And that's why my like account got banned and my expansions got taken off me. But it wasn't me and it wasn't my fault, but you know. Blizzard at the time weren't particularly helpful on that front. I feel like the Blizzard I've spoken to since are a very different bunch. Like I bought the WoW battle chest thing from Game, I think it was like last year. It's the same one I had like back in the day when I first started playing. It comes with like 30 free days, and you can't like redeem it. It has to be redeemed by someone else or whatever. I basically ended up having to get in touch with like the GMs in the game and stuff, and like they're genuinely nice, helpful people now, which is very different to how I remember them. It seems like a very different atmosphere to what it used to be. I also feel like I just didn't stop talking for like 20 minutes. um, the Hong Kong, yeah. Yeah. I feel like there's, from a corporation standpoint, there's still some questionable stuff going on, but from like a development team and like the community managers and that sort of aspect of it, I feel like they're a more chill company now than they used to be. At least in my experience. Yeah, like corporation wise, some of the decisions are a bit like money focused, I suppose. Which I guess makes sense, they are a business, but it's, yeah, politically questionable. Also, this music sounds like it's just straight out of a Sherlock Holmes game. That, like, fucking. Oh, now it doesn't. It was like a mystery solving song, and then it just. Suddenly there's war drums. It's technically the game music, but it's not the game music that should be playing. It's the, like, classic WoW playlist in the background. So it could be literally like any random song from the original like base game, basically. It's a really complicated way of saying it's me playing it. But there you go. Just going on a bit of a rampage down here. Because with this faction I'm trying to gain reputation for, there's like two main ways of gaining reputation. You get eggs from the dragons that they're trying to tame and bring them to them, and that gives you rep, or you do the daily quests. And I found the easiest way to just get the eggs is to just kill everything down here in the mines. Because it respawns relatively quickly and all of them have a chance to drop eggs. So it's just much more efficient than flying around in circles hoping you see an egg on top of a cliff. When there are 20 other people also doing exactly the same thing as you. Whereas like everyone seems to run around down here for 5 minutes and then they leave and never come back, so you can just kill all the stuff constantly. Also, I feel like my pterodactyls need names at some point. Kind of just have these boys around because they make me move faster. I don't really use them for like actually clearing dungeons and doing proper game content. Everything's respawned behind me already. That's nice. I need to actually check if my game music is completely turned off or not. because that could be making some weird, like, no it's not. Oh, it's muted apparently. Okay. I guess it is. Didn't know there was a mute button, but apparently there is somewhere because it's muted. Yeah, I realised that might be causing some like weird mixes of music if there's like two separate soundtracks playing at the same time. I think we're pretty much done down here for now. There's some just random stuff that happens over here occasionally. I have no idea what triggers it, or if it's just on like a timer thing. Occasionally there's like a giant ghost version of Illidan just stood in another camp. Sometimes there's like a copy of Onyxia flying over here. Like there's just a bunch of random stuff that happens. Where's the little goblin boy? There he is.
Hey, how you doing? Be good.
And turn in X.
Have a good one.
What else we gotta do here? Another wing relics. Cool. I actually do have a goblin that I haven't leveled up at all. He's a rogue called Stabbers. I'd show him off at some point, I guess. Might even level him on stream at some point. There might be something different to do, as opposed to just mount farming and grinding of content. Oh, we're back in Sherlock Holmes. Or like a noir story, I guess, probably more than Sherlock Holmes. Oh, there's one more down. Right, thanks guys. I feel like I need a drink that doesn't require me to open a lid constantly for streaming. Like maybe just pour it into like a glass would probably be a smart move. I feel like me constantly unscrewing and screwing a lid is going to get really irritating if the mic picks it up. Oh, did I see a... No, it's just that boy's cloak. Got down camera. Oh my god, why? Let's just do this. I feel like I'm gonna make people motion sick with this camera at times. Because it just pings around randomly. I think it's my, my mouse. I have like a specific sensitivity thing set up on it. I think WoW is just like interpreting the sensitivity wrong or something and just spinning the camera around sometimes. Oh, heck. Move out of the way. There we go. Nothing there. Okay. Not seen that before. That was different.
It's too far away.
Now here's something in the game that I found very useful, but I also feel kind of bad about, is that I can send my pets into the lava to loot things for me. Which means I don't die from lava, and I also don't damage my armor, but it does occasionally just murder my pterodactyls. Because they take like 70,000 damage from just standing in this green lava.
I'm out of range.
Which I feel like is some sort of, you know, like, heat up violation or something. Go that boy. Wouldn't it be useful if I could just, you know, stand in the lava with this mount, considering it's literally on fucking fire, but, you know. Cool. I think this might also be one of the coolest mats in the game, simply because it has a backstory. Whereas most of the mats in the game are just, you know... Oh, that's not a good... That also has a backstory, but you know, here's a generic camel. Or here's a dragon. Whereas this, like, Flamin' Boy here actually has, like, a story and an origin point. So he was originally, a blue drake, and he went to Medivh's tower, I think, in Karazhan. I mean, generic camel is cool, but it's, you know, it's a camel. It's not a flaming dragon that tried to save the world and got turned into an immortal burning ghost because of it. You know? I feel like Flaming Dragon deserves some props for having, like, an origin story and being something a little more unique, I suppose. I mean, Burning Dragon is a pretty common, like, fantasy trope. I feel like them taking the effort to give it a story was cool. Yeah, he was a blue dragon, tried to go and save the world by convincing Medivh to leave his tower. Medivh, like, set him on fire from the inside and made him the, like, burning guardian of his tower. Which I think is kind of cool. I mean, I am now going around and just poisoning a whole bunch of orcs for mining crystals on this island, but... You know, that's just WoW, I guess. The whole thing is a little bit brutal. It's brutal with this lovely, like, hand-painted art style. It's got a nice little juxtaposition. Wait, did he say the line, or did he just say... Oh, he did. I think I missed it on the screen because you can't see the chat window. Never mind. These orcs do appear to have the mental capacity of like a 5-year-old. Well, actually less than that, considering I know like a 2-year-old that has a higher mental capacity than these orcs. but their line that they say a whole bunch is "work is the poop" is beautiful. I mean, there are some very intelligent orcs. These ain't it. I'm actually working towards unlocking another orc to play as. I actually can't remember where the room is in Orgrimmar, otherwise I'd go and show it off.
Keep it real. Hey, how you doing? Be good.
Cool. Where are we at? 9,000 rep to go. This is some nice music for just flying on back. Yeah, I'm trying to unlock an orc that looks kind of like the guy in the bottom left corner. Because there's a different hunter spec that just uses melee weapons, and I was gonna get one of those and just run around with like twin axes or something. Be a big beefy orc running around. That'd be kind of fun. Because I've not really tried out any of the other different ways to play Hunter. Where is it? I'm literally just stuck to Beast Mastery the whole time. It's all about like souping up your pets and then being your powerhouse. Whereas Marksman's all about, you know, shooting stuff and not really having pets, and then Survival's all melee focused stuff. But I feel like I might want to try more of these things out before Shadowlands comes out. It's only supposed to be like a couple more months, and if I get really lucky, I might get access on Wednesday, which would be the next stream, so we shall see. I'm really hoping I get Shadowlands access, just because it'd be really nice to play that in the afternoon. Because on Wednesdays I now have to like help look after my baby nephew again, so I can't really stream during like my normal time. So it'll be quite a late stream on Wednesdays, so it'd be nice to chill out with like a completely new expansion and just experience everything. Be a nice chill stream, trying out all the new stuff, maybe running Torghast, which looks really fun. They're like, I'm not sure how much you like I've kept up with WoW expansions, but the Torghast thing is like a roguelike in WoW. So every floor of the dungeon is completely random, and all the like abilities and upgrades you get as you go through are all random. Which just seems like infinite fun for WoW, to be honest. And even if like the entire rest of Shadowlands is bad, I will just sit and play Torghast for hours. That seems so much fun. I think something's changed with Twitch because occasionally like the window appears to like flicker, and I'm not really sure why. Like it just catches my eye because I think something's been said in chat, but it's actually just like part of the Twitch window moving for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's the about bit where it says about Shamus underscore. That just like moves sometimes. Not really sure why. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just me, because I was watching, weirdly watching Ripper Street before I started streaming. So I kind of got back into, like, period stuff. Wait, hold on a second. Can I just not, like... I'll, like, just make you a moderator or something. There you go. Does that just make it so you can just say whatever you want? Whenever you want? There you go, you can run this shit for me. Apparently, I have no idea what those privileges are, so, you know. Have fun with those, I guess. What's mod view look like? Oh, oh, interesting. This is very different, huh? Oh. This is very different. Oh. 1 second. I think activating mod view just slightly broke my Twitch window in the corner. So I have no idea what's been said in chat because I haven't been able to see anything. Yeah, I'm not opening mod view while I'm streaming in future because I literally couldn't see anything. What do you mean? I started playing SWOTOR actually when my like WoW sub ended a bit back. I didn't really get into it too much, like the MMO version. Oh. Somehow managed to always fat finger the fucking ability next to the one I actually want to use. Yeah. I'm glad that MMO is like still going. I'm glad there's like a good Star Wars property out there that actually allows you to create a character and play around in that world. I don't know, I don't think I've ever found an MMO that's kind of gripped me the same way WoW has. Like, I kind of always want to experience what's next in WoW, whereas like with SWOTOR and stuff, I just kind of dropped out quite quickly. I did the same thing with Black Desert and Terra that I played during like beta, I think. That was a long time ago. I tried to go back to that as well at one point because it's like free to play and whatever. Even that. Yeah, true. You do have to pay for WoW. I don't really mind it as much now, the paying for it, because you're not just getting like back in the day when you used to pay for a WoW sub, you literally only got access to like classic WoW, like the base stuff. Whereas now, if you pay for a sub, you're getting access to almost like 15 years worth of game. Like you get a lot of content for a £10 sub. Like it's more than you get in a lot of games like for 60 quid. So I don't really mind the price point as much now. I can understand why people still don't want to like pay for a subscription to a game. They just want to buy a game and own it and play it when they want to play it. I feel like it does require a different sort of mentality to play subscription MMOs. Yeah, it is £10 a month. I mean, currently I'm on a like 6-month subscription, so technically it's like 50 quid every 6 months, but you know. I think if you pay for a yearly sub, it takes even more off as well, but I've not looked at that because it's also even more expensive. In fact, it might actually be in the shop. Bags are full. Okay. I can't use the shop because my inventory is full. Thanks, Blizzard. I just wanted to have a look at what the subscription prices were. But fine. I won't do that, I guess. I think you can play up to like level 20 for free or whatever as well. But like your basic subscription is like every expansion bar BFA. So for a £10 sub, you can play all the way up to level 110 currently. You can definitely do that in a month. I'm pretty sure this character I got up to 110 in a month. And I think at the minute it's double XP as well, so it's even faster. In fact, how long have I played on this character now? This is gonna be a like shameful statistic, isn't it? Yep, almost a month full. Actually, 29 days. Oh, in fact, there you go. 29 days. 13 hours, 30 minutes. And at max level, 18 days. So it took me about like 2 weeks to hit max level. And then you've got a week of running around at like max level content. So for like £10, not too bad. You get to experience like a good chunk of the game. So is there an orc rapper in this soundtrack? I just heard an orc say yo. What even is this song? Baron Dry? This is like the Orcamore soundtrack, probably. They're very orky. How long have I been going for? Like an hour and a half? Yeah, fair enough. Turns out if I stream, I get all of this done pretty fast. It probably also doesn't help. I usually do this stuff, like I said, while like drinking my morning coffee, so I'm like half asleep, just flying around, collecting eggs. Yeah, I'll into my inventory when I get there and bring up the sub prices. You have a whole bunch of crap in here. Wow, look at that low poly helmet. I got my little red proto drink. I do kind of love the proto drakes. They look just kind of derpy. Like, they've got these little T-Rex arms underneath here, and these gigantic wings. They're just kind of cute. I've only got like 3 of them though. At this point, how do I get more of them? I know that one comes from a dungeon I already did earlier. Like an icy thing to it, which is kind of cool. That one comes from some more dailies that I haven't starred or touched. Oh, we are here. I feel like that might be the only other one that I can relatively work towards right now. Oh no, it's this boy. Nice. Yeah, not into my bench. I think about that. Does it cover up anything? No, it doesn't. Can't learn leather. Cannot learn soulbound. Oh shit. Nope, need to send that to someone else. And everything else needs to go to the auction house. Right, shop. Oh. I thought there was a I thought there was a subscription thing in here, but there's not. Interesting. Oh. Yeah, pretty sure it's $9.99 for the basic one though. Like a month. But when I first came back, I was just using the game time thing. So you pay like a tenner, and it's just like 30 days, and you don't have to like worry about it. You're not on a subscription or anything. It goes away afterwards. Which I thought was a little better because it's kind of just like, you know, you pay £10, you can test the waters if you like it, and you can keep playing. If you don't, you can just stop paying for it. Which is basically what I did, because I played for like a month till Classic came out, played Classic for a bit, didn't really enjoy Classic, and then just stopped paying for the sub. Like, you know, stopped wanting to put more money in. And that kind of drew me back in with Shadowlands being around the corner. Did I? Oh, I put it over there. I was gonna say there's just a gap in my thing. I should put that back over there. Yeah, I'm trying to think which one of my mounts are kind of my favourites. I really like this guy. The flying, like, manta ray. It's really cool. Probably that guy too, just because I love the, like, the core hands. Like, elemental dogs, I think those are really cool. Can't open up my, like, big collection of them, because I've tamed, I think, basically all of them as hunter pets. Just because I think they're really cool. These are also cool. They're like Drakes of the Wind. They're like kind of cracked with electricity and stuff going out of them. I think I'm only missing 2 of those total. See, I kind of like this, but somebody else pointed out it does also resemble other things. It's kind of a cool mount. It's like a big, sort of elemental worm. You're downloading code to okay, fair enough. Get a drink while I'm on this flight path. Apologies if the bottle noises. I also really like this little bug boy. Kind of like if Squidward and a fly had like a weird child, kind of that vibe. It's a really unique looking mount. I always forget where it is. It's there. Just checking. Dropped like 500 frames so far. Damn. I can't see that meter. I need to like change the positioning of all my stuff. Because my currently not in use webcam is blocking my OBS window, so I can't actually see what my frame rate is and stuff. Slightly irritating. There you go. I think I'm gonna run this, or maybe for like the last half an hour, switch over to my dwarf just to like show some different gameplay as opposed to just me one-shotting stuff and running through all content. Because I just recently got my dwarf up to like BFA stuff. And kind of playing him on and off and just using the double XP to like boost him up through levels. I'm playing a little warrior on that, so you just Beyblade around the whole time, which is really fun. You got any suggestions on like thumbnailing this for YouTube? I don't even know if I'll upload that. I guess I should, just for archival purposes. I was kind of thinking something similar to like my old stuff, where I did it with like just a white frame type thing, but maybe more more fitting to the current style. What the hell is happening with that? I just watched that thing teleport and fly through a wall. Just gonna leave that one. Yeah, I don't know what I was just kind of thinking, like, maybe a black border type thing on one side. I don't know, bits of suggestions on things. Alright, back. Did you finish your download, or you just put it on like pause or whatever? Also picked up a neat trick with this guy, where you can skip all of his irritating dialogue by just not killing the things in his entrance, and then he is always hostile. So you can just run up and one-shot him. Which feels like a bit of an oversight on design. You download. Ah, okay, cool. Damn it, I thought I got the mount. It's a bloody pet. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, deciding what to do now. That's just a bunch of weird noises. I just run up there and teleport back if there is a teleport up there. I can't remember. And then go on the warrior a little bit. Because I think my plan in future is to do kind of just to try and like do a mix of things, like kind of do a bit of mount farming, bit of dailies, bit of like leveling content and stuff, just so it's not one static like bunch of content. I climbed the wrong tower. Yes, yes I did. Good. This one over here. It's the one that you have to go inside to climb, so I probably can't use my mountain here for long. No. Sounds okay. Let's see where this takes me. Yeah, I want to do like a mix of things, but just mainly focus on WoW. I feel like that would be a good idea. Mostly just because I enjoy WoW, but also because it's like a consistent content, so fuck me, can you not use it? Love it's Dalaran. Yeah, it's like consistent stuff, and I actually get more like people talking and stuff, which is a good idea for a stream. Because then it's not me waffling for like 2 hours. Yeah, that's Stabbers. I've never played him, but I feel like you can see where he gets the name from. Apart from that, I just don't really play anything past these 4 at the top at the minute. This is my dwarf boy, the demon hunter, and the druid. Yeah. I'm also kind of curious just how much my UI is going to break in Shadowlands. I'll play Stabs at some point because I haven't played through the Goblin starting zone since Cataclysm. Literally since we were in like secondary school. It'll be fun to go back and revisit. I don't remember the starting island is basically sinking because of like global warming caused by Deathwind. It's a whole thing. Oh, I loaded the wrong one. That one. Let's see if I actually remember how to play Warrior. That's a good idea. Ah, yes, the Kultirans that constantly ask you if you fancy a cuppa. They're a lovely bunch, honestly. just think I still have, yeah, I do have the slower version of flying on this character.
A job's a job. You got any more business in town? Now's the time to do it. Let me know when you're ready to board that ship and go wherever the wind takes us.
Oh, okay, do some of this quest then. Oh, I also don't have the random thing on this character, it's this instead. I wouldn't normally just spam dungeons and stuff for this character, but I do kind of want to play through like a bit of stuff. I mean, I would make you one, but it's a bit of a way to carry a couple.
I require a target.
Also, you're supposed to be like isolating, so it'd be kind of a difficult job to get you a cup.
I am out of range.
It's also a good test of how irritating my like button mashing is as I play certain classes.
I need to target something first.
I mean, hey, I'll make you a cup like the next time you're here, if you want.
I do not have a target.
Ah, fair enough.
Too far away.
Yeah, I mean, I was considering like maybe making you make some little chocolate cakes or something and bringing those over when you come out. When you've had your kidneys done. I don't know if you can actually eat stuff when you've had them done, but
I must get closer.
I mean, hopefully that makes up for not bringing you a cuppa anyway.
I require a target.
I've kind of just been killing stuff and not actually paying attention to what the quests are. I think I need to go and get something from this house over there. I just murdered everyone and left. Oh, the bag of... That's nice. Azure examples and coordinates handler. Wait. For some reason that name just reminds me of Fallout New Vegas. Pretty sure there's a town called Prem in Fallout New Vegas actually. I think it might be where it came from. In my head.
Target.
Oh, there. Also on the cake front, I just thought it'd be nice because can't imagine having an operation to be exactly comfortable. So that might help the recovery along a little bit. Yeah, I'm just straight up murdering all these guys. One more, really. There we go. That used to be a thing, like, back during Cataclysm. I remember so many times getting so pissed off with quests in this game. Because it would be like, oh yeah, go and collect 20 bear ears. And it's like, okay. Go and kill 30 bears and you get 5 ears, despite the fact you can see every single bear has 2 ears. Just some of the drop rates in the old content is it's a bit of a mess. Yeah, don't worry about it on the cakes, it's fine. I wouldn't offer if I was like not okay to do it, if that makes sense. Nope. 5 daily quests completed by opening some random chest. Sure, game. I'll take it. Yeah, I do fucking love that Beyblade ability. you just fucking spin into a mine and everything dies around you. Playing warrior is just so goddamn satisfying. Sure, these things don't yield more XP, that'd be real nice. That's the Belior music, apparently. Where did that come from? Didn't realise this music was actually like a thing in the game. I mean, probably don't want to stand next to a thing called a lava coal bomb. Sounds like a bad time. Oh, 1 second. That boy's behind me throwing dynamite at this thing. Yeah. Don't know what I was doing there, stopped paying attention. Oh. Let's go Beyblade. There better be a skill in Shadowlands that just extends that duration so I can just spin through like entire sections of dungeons. That'd be amazing. Like, I don't even care if it makes the damage less, I just want to be able to spin through like entire sections of the game. It's like a human spinning top, just whirlwinding everywhere. It really would be nice if these guys just gave XP, because they're just kind of irritating when they don't. It's also going to be an issue in Shadowlands when I don't have this bar here anymore that tells me which buttons to press. Because I switch characters so often. And then just suddenly not knowing which order my rotation is because I've not played the character for like a week. It's going to be a fun time. Up this way. I hope it makes the add-ons get updated with Shadowlands, because apparently all the add-on people have access to the Shadowlands, like, code to start making and updating add-ons for it. Hopefully it won't take. Hmm?
City's dangerous nowadays. Keep him warm, I hope.
Charmed, I'm sure. Keep calm and carry on.
These guys do just remind me of characters from Fable. Like it's that sort of stereotypical British accent that they all have. Nope. What the fuck? Where'd the stag come from? I'm fighting like all of the fucking. I'm battling against Disney right now. You pick a fight with a bear and suddenly there's an eagle and a deer trying to mow you.
I don't have a target.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, fighting more eagles. I've been going for like almost 2 hours now. We've only dropped 0.1% of frames apparently. That's really good for my internet. Which was the last time I streamed WoW and it went up to like 2,000. Like it just tanked the frames for some reason. I think I was running a dungeon as a death knight at that point. Yeah, I might try and get this guy to like 112 and then maybe leave it here for today on the streaming front. Because then I can, you know, look back over things, make sure everything's good. I'm gonna be honest, I know myself, rewatching that like first 15 minutes of this is gonna be a little difficult because I think I like talked through everything I was planning to do in like 15 minutes. There's a lot of very quick talking. It's gonna be a little awkward to sit through the second time. Monstrous grizzly skinned. Oh, I actually have a. Never mind. I was very confused for a second. I have a specific skinning knife. But this is exactly the sort of quest that in Classic would have been. You'd have to have murdered like 50 of these bears to get 5 paws or something stupid. Just because they made the drop rate so incredibly low on things. Which I think was with the intention of like making players like grind through stuff and fight mobs more, because that's where like a bulk of the XP was supposed to come from, I think. with their like original design. So I guess it kind of makes sense, but it's just from like a coming to the game years later when that's not the norm. It was kind of a jarring experience. Thankfully, a lot of that is gone now. Apart from when you're playing through like old expansions, sometimes that stuff will pop up again. Like even a lot of the stuff in the classic zones are gone because a lot of them got like revamped during the Cataclysm and stuff. So a lot of the more grindy content was sort of taken out, I think. To favour a more sort of modern approach, I guess. Certainly more rewarding feeling. Because you're actually completing content and it doesn't feel like you're just wasting your time. Killing the same thing 20 times or whatever. Also, I don't think I've been skinning these guys, I just went on another, like, fucking murder rampage. Apparently that's something I'm very good at when I just start talking and I stop paying attention to what the quest actually is and just murder things. So I should play Classic and stream, considering that's 90% of the gameplay. Oh, I did it again. I'm not in combat. Game. Thank you. Oh. There's another quest here.
Wind's howling to me. Stay warm.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
City's dangerous nowadays. Congratulations.
Doing it again. Like, the Twitch thing just keeps moving. I don't know why. Oh, it's the, like, kill a big thing. Not in the mood for doing that. Level 114 to do the next mission.
How fortunate.
Any rumors on the wind? Best of luck.
Investigate the camp track. Oh. The thing I'm literally floating over. Well,
To what do I owe the pleasure?
okie dokie, mugs. See you around. I'm probably only going to go for like another quest and then I'll be leaving it here for today anyway. So. Oh, wrong abilities. What's there? Dudes. God damn. I need to get like a good transmog going on this character. I have a plan for one, but I'm still missing like a bunch of different pieces. I need to get them up to like 120 and I can start like going and farming for WOD dungeons, I think it is, for the, like the pieces I want. My current plan is to put together like kind of like the heritage armor for the Dark Iron Dwarves, but I just really don't like the helmet and the chest piece and stuff for them. I think they look really weird and don't really fit the theme that the rest of it sets, whereas there's like a whole bunch of pieces from WOD that kind of fit the general theme that I like. Like the sort of the glowing embers like emanating from a specific source and stuff. I think there's a whole bunch of cool pieces like that from WOD, so I think I might try and grind for a bunch of those. That might be some like future stream content as well. I feel like I've kind of settled into this a lot more now. Like right at the start of the stream, I could genuinely tell how nervous I was from my own like way I was talking about things and the way I was kind of just like listing off things really, really rapidly. Like I'm still doing it a little bit now. I feel like I'm getting a lot more comfortable with it again. It's going to take me like a couple days, more than likely, before I really get back into the swing of it to where I was. Might even just stream again like tomorrow. Depends how I'm feeling when I get up, because like I said, I usually do my my dailies when I wake up in the morning. Like while I'm having my breakfast and stuff. But it might be something I can like just do in the morning as part of my like routine, is just like stream for a couple hours and just, you know, have a coffee. Do my dailies and my things I want to get done. And yeah, stream at the same time. Who knows, might be a good use of my time. Certainly more productive than just drinking a cup of coffee. If I'm also at the same time doing this. What is it, that to stun them? I always forget what the stun buttons are because they're on different things on different characters. My Demon Hunter, my stun is on like 8. On this it's on 9 and 0. And I think it's on a different button again on my like Hunter. I don't even think it's on my bar on my Hunter actually. I think it's a separate thing. Entirely. Range. Oh wow, is that kind of like a reference back to, is it Bjorn from Classic, the polar bear that everyone, well, I always went for. Also there's Panzer. Yeah, that's cool. I know you can tame those as a gnome. That's something I might actually look at doing. Let's see, now back to the thing. Cool. I'm going to fly back to this thing and kind of leave it here for today. I've actually streamed for almost exactly 2 hours, 1 hour 59 and counting. It's pretty good for first stream back. I feel a lot more confident about it, like I was saying. I feel like I've got the plan more sort of outlined and realised now by actually doing this. I know it roughly takes me like an hour to run all my daily stuff, and then I've got like leftover time to run dungeons and level content. But I could always rotate those around and do one before the other and so on and so forth. I also love that new add-on I got. Like I installed it pretty much like this morning. The fucking like Zelda noises whenever you get loot is so satisfying. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it here for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope anybody that's tuned in has enjoyed it, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch. I hope to be doing more of this very soon. Like I said, Wednesday will be the next streaming day. I don't know if I'll have Shadowlands or not. If I do, then that probably will be the focus, and it will also be later than it says on my schedule. I need to update that. And then after that, Friday, probably back to this. Might stream tomorrow, depends how I'm feeling when I get up, like I said. But thank you very much for watching. It's been a lot of fun, actually, and I hope I can continue to do this again. Goodbye.